19 days on the job. Feels like it's been already 2 years. And when I got here, I guess that Friday night, that next Saturday, it's sort of an understatement to say that the program was a little bit in a fragile state. But we had so much to do in a short time to get there, and we just really had to focus in one step at a time. And it started on Saturday. First priority was getting some coaches in to help us hit the road recruiting, and then, of course, putting all our energy on the 8 midterm signees, which was in a real fragile state as well. And so I was real pleased that all 8 of them came back, and I thought that was a good first step of where we were headed. And then on Sunday, really got to give a lot of credit to Lance and Jim, who were on the staff before. We got a good personnel overview of our roster, and then just spent all day and night going through recruiting tape because I was not familiar with all these guys, and then developed a plan to hit the road. And we hit the road for we had 2 weeks of recruiting and 2 official visit weekends, and here we are today. And, you know, Tennessee has so much to sell. The university has so much to sell, so it wasn't as hard as people think to go out there and convince some of these young men to come to Tennessee. It was just a matter of me getting in front of them and selling who I am and what I believe, and selling our coaching staff, and selling where we're headed with the program. As you know, we're almost completed. We've almost completed our staff. We have one more hire, and I'll finally be able to catch my breath when that's finished. I don't want to really get into all the particulars on each recruit, because I do believe this, that there's no way that I can sit here and project how good these guys are going to be 2 to 3 years from now, because today is really when the work begins, and how we coach them, how we mentor them, how we support them, how we develop them mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. There's so many factors that go in to how well these guys end up performing for the university and how well our teams are in the next 2 or 3 years. So I think it's a little bit jumping the gun to get so excited on signing day, even though I know it's a great event for the fans. And, you know, just as an example, I was looking back, I think in 2007, we had the number 3 signing class in the country, according to the experts. And today, we got about 53% of those guys still on the roster. So it ought to tell you what's really important is not just getting the guys, but then what we do after they get here. So that's where we are. I'm happy to finally get to this point, and I'm pleased overall with the guys that we have. But at the end of the day, we'll never know how they are. You know, this class will be evaluated 3-4 years from now.